Hello everybody, Patrick here, and oh boy am I excited for today. Remember how I said this is going to be basically my year of Optimus Primes because I didn't get all the Optimus Primes last year? Well, today you'll see another reason why I said that. Today, we are taking a look at the Iron General, whatever the knockoff name for him is. AKA, we are looking at a knockoff of Studio Series 86, Commander Class, Optimus Prime. Like I said, I am excited. This is a sticker I put on. I already owned it. I don't know why I put it on before the review, but you know, I just got this guy yesterday, so. But yeah, so here he is. In all his 86 glory. One thing I will mention, that the tabs were a bit long, and, on this side, I ended up, just accidentally completely shaving the tab off. So he doesn't sit quite as well as he should in robot mode or in vehicle mode, and sometimes he bows a little bit, and this wheel doesn't like to get stuck because it's rubbing up against that. But yeah, here he is. Here he is, the Optimus Prime, the G1 Optimus Prime, and my God, I was so stupid to miss out on this figure when it first came out. I'm glad I got this. This is a why is my camera lagging? I don't know if that's coming through on your guys' end, but from what I'm seeing on my, phone, well, the camera was just lagging a little bit. Oh well, yeah. This guy did not come with his trailer, and thus he did not come with roller. He did not come with the blast effects, even though he does have the holes for him to recreate that one scene from the movie. But he does come with his axe, his gun, and it just fell. It just fell off my side table. One of his blast effects, all of which we will show off later, because I don't think you can store these in the vehicle mode without the trailer. But, oh well. So, yeah. He does, of course, have the gap, because that was the thing present on the original. One thing I don't know if it's coming across as clear, but he is a darker shade of red than I think the official one is. But, I'm not overly concerned about that. I do wish he had the silver stripe, but that was a, G1 cartoon Optimus. I am literally watching the G1 cartoon as I film. Yeah, when I pause to, transform my figures and stuff. So, And I can confirm, all the way back in the first episode of the series, the gray stripe disappears, so. Oh, well. Repro Labels does put out a set, I'm not gonna bother. But, here's the bed. He does still have the molded-in, trailer hitch. He just now doesn't have a trailer to pull. I think he can still pull Earthrise's trailer. Give me just 1 second and I'll test. Okay, I'm back and I can already tell this is gonna be comical. He can pull the Earthrise trailer, it just looks a little small for him. It doesn't look bad, it's just small. It's just small. Oh god. I have a ton of comparisons right next to me because this is the figure I wanted to do the most comparisons with. Just to properly convey how big it is. But, well, let's get into that. Here he is with, Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. As you can see here. Meow. Here he is with Commander Class Motormaster. Putting them side by side, I actually think this works. At least in vehicle mode, I think this works, actually. Motormaster is still taller, which he should be. It looks like the top of their, you know, like, right here is the same. Motormaster's only taller because he has the wind vane. Which I feel like makes sense, because aren't they basically supposed to be the same truck? Like, aren't they basically supposed to be the same truck, just Motormaster has a wind vane and a different grill? He's a little bit shorter, but, you know. Here he is with the G1 Universe Optimus Prime. Oh, I'd say they look good. Here he is with Devastation Optimus. Oh boy. Yeah, as much as I like this figure, yeah, no contest. No contest. This guy's better. Oh hey, I actually put the Autobot emblem on the right side, but yeah. Here he is with, my Earthrise / Custom Dead Optimus Prime. It's actually more of a TerrorCon Optimus, but you know. And again, and once again, as much as I like this figure, no contest. It's literally not even a contest as to which one is better. I really want to get the Nemesis variant of this. That the KO company put out. Yeah, no contest. And, one last comparison since I have it out here. Here he is with my, NBK, Scavenger KO. In case you wanted to see how big, he is next to an NBK Constructicon. Yeah. So, we are going to get into the transformation, which I accidentally already started. Okay, so. Oh boy, where are we going to start? Let's start with what I do. So, you're going to rotate in the tires, like this. You're going to come here, and kind of try to rotate this red tab and pull it down at the same time. Then rotate it, slide it into here. Boom. Do the same thing on this side. Which, by the way, I believe these gas tanks are actually die-cast. I think so, because they are cool to the touch, like they're metal. Which leads me to assume that they are metal. You're going to come under here, spread the tires a little bit so you can flip this section out. You're going to bring the bed down. You can go ahead and bring the feet up. Bring the heels up, which obviously the heels do not have the issue the official one did, where they were upside down and on the wrong side. We are going to raise the camera, and then we are going to raise it again. Then we're going to lower it slightly. We are going to come back here, take these, flip them down. That gives him his, you know, curved leg shape. Split the legs, fold this tab in, fold this tab in. Take these sections right here, flip them out, and that will completely conceal the wheels. And here we have Among Us Prime. Among Us Prime. In robot mode. Joking. This is like, you can do this as like a Gerwalk thing if you want. But you're going to continue the transformation into proper robot mode. Flip down these sides here. Kind of like SS38 Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. Same thing on this side. You're gonna want to kind of bring this section down a little bit, so you can take the grill, take the grill, fold it up, fold this section up, and fold that back into place. You're going to want to split the arms, which on mine this hinge is really tight, so it activates the butterfly joint, but whatever. Kind of flip this backpack up a little bit so you can rotate this section. You're going to bring these butt flaps down, bring this butt flap up, make sure it tabs in. You're gonna then come flip these sections up, take these sections, shift them outwards, shift them out, shift it out, shift it out, out, shift it out, damn it, there we go. A typical knockoff thing, some of the joints are a little too tight, but whatever. Go ahead and take this piece, flip it up, it will tab in. That gives you, enough space to bring the faux grill down. And the reason you lifted these pieces up is so you can rotate the top of, rotate his top. Technically, you don't have to do the, rotate here and rotate here. You can just grab the middle section and rotate it, but only if your copy isn't very stiff on the top rotation. Bring these sections down. I need to readjust myself and stuff. So you're going to go ahead and bring these back to where they're supposed to be. You're going to want to rotate the biceps so the arm is facing backwards like this. Bend it correctly. You're going to then open up his hand, or his arm, and flip out his fist. Same thing on this side. Now be wary, since this is a knockoff, not all the corners are rounded. This shit will stab you. Gonna lift this up, bring these sections in, bend this at this hinge right here. So that covers that up and completely hides the front wheels. Bring the arms down. We're at the home stretch. You're going to flip around this section for this head. You're going to come back here, flip this up. It will tab in. There's that long tab, long slot. Tab in like that. These sections right here will flip inwards. And we are almost done. You want to angle his ears back however far you want. And there we have whatever the fuck his knockoff name is. Iron General. Iron General, aka Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime in robot mode. And holy fuck, yes. Yeah, this figure looks amazing, and I'm gonna say it. This is what MP44 should have been. Like, I mean, a couple tweaks and stuff to make him, really the masterpiece. But this is what he should have been. This is a mini masterpiece, in my opinion. Yeah, he has a backpack. I don't care. I've never cared about backpacks on Transformers. One of my favorite combiners, well, one of my favorite figures of my favorite combiner, the torso unit has a massive fucking backpack, being Energon Bruticus Maximus, but But yeah, he looks amazing. Now, I don't think this is the original head sculpt. I do think they did change the head sculpt a little bit, but it looks nice. I wish the eyes were a bit brighter, but again, ignore the Autobot symbol. This shoulder should look like this one. And I don't know how you got a little chip in that shoulder, but whatever. Smokestacks are silver. Grill is silver. His cock is white. His cock is yellow, actually. Or is it blue? I don't know. But yeah, this figure fucks. But yeah, he is really fucking cool. I really like this figure. So, articulation. The head is on a ball joint, and my one gripe is that I wish he could look up more, but I mean, you can't even undo the panel to get him to look up more, because, you know, you can do it to get him to look down into his own chest, which works for, you know, shots like this, I guess, but, like, you know. Yeah, you do have full rotation, little side to side, little bit up, a little bit down, he can nod a little. You have rotation at the shoulder. Shoulder can go up about that far. You do have a backwards butterfly because of transformation. And you have a forwards butterfly because fuck you. Or fuck, why the fuck not? You do have bicep rotation. About 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. That goes both ways for transformation. You have wrist rotation. Because the wrist doesn't lock, you do have a little bit of wrist tilt. You know, side to side, I guess. And he has a 3-finger trigger finger split with a joint right here and a joint right here. He has waist rotation. Legs. Let's go ahead and just get the skirts out of the way. Can kick forward. That far. He can do a big boot. Back that far. He can... If the backpack wasn't in the way, he could actually kick himself in the back of the head. Outwards, he can do the full splits. Thigh rotation. Over 90 degrees of bend at the knee. And a little bit forward as well. I think because, it's because most of the time... he's shown standing like this in, you know, his, concept art and stuff, but, you know. Yeah, and you do have a good range of ankle tilt. So yeah, this guy is pretty jacked when it comes to posing. I need to pause the video one more time, because there's a couple things I need to do really quickly. Sorry about that. I needed to do something with Prime, and then I needed to, get a comparison transformed, because... I don't like pausing the video for too long because it just stops recording and I don't feel like going into CapCut right now. Anyway, before we get on to comparisons, we're going to talk about his accessories. So, he comes with his ion rifle, which does have these slots right here. He has tabs right there. So you can store it on his back. Or you can have him hold it. Having him hold it, you can have the, you know, these fingers in there, but you can't, you need to make sure this finger is, like, on the thumb. And then, you know, just slides in. And, yeah, he is not letting go of that. Unless you smack it really hard, like I... I need to glue the gun together because I was not expecting that. I was not expecting a gun to just fall in half. So I'm gonna need to glue the gun together, but still, you know, he is... And I need to now grab it. Yeah, grab it. Where'd it go? Where'd it... There it went. Because I need the gun to show off another one of his accessories. The blast effect. It's covered in dog hair because it fell. Yeah, the blast effect. Supposed to replicate, you know, the more cartoony sci-fi booms from the movie. And, you know, you can plug that into his gun. And, you know, like I said, he holds it securely. You know, you can pume. Pume, 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 pume. His gun is also compatible with other blast effects. Where did I set the... There it is. it is compatible with the other Siege blast effects. And this blast effect is compatible with other, blast effect guns. Like here's 86 Bumblebees. So yeah. So there's that. If you're gonna want to ball his fist up, open up his hand, rotate it in, exposing this little nub, so we can attach his axe that he used once in, I think, the second episode of G1. But, it's too iconic not to include, apparently. Yeah, you can put it on both. I just don't feel like doing that right now. And there is one more accessory he comes with, which I currently have removed from his chest, because it is a pain in the ass to put back, or to get out once it's in. And that is the Matrix. Obviously, this Matrix is very different from the normal ones we get, and as you can see, it's not the best painted. Yeah, it's a lot of silver showing through the gold. Goldish copper, but at least the gem paint looks nice painted. And it is not the same as the normal Matrix. It's going to be painted, but let me show you the traditional Matrix we've been getting. So, like I said, this is painted for the OPTIMUS. As you can see, it is not the same Matrix at all. I think the official one, it is basically just this Matrix, but for the Iron General, it is a totally new mold. Which I do appreciate. And, of course, you can open up his chest. As you can see, for the knockoff, this is, red, not gray. Open it up. As you can see, the Matrix cavity is just as unpainted as the official. Yeah, you can take the Matrix, doesn't really matter which way. And you can just plug it in like that, and holds in very securely. Holds in very securely. But yeah. So that is that. For comparison, 86B, and I don't know if you can tell, but my face is a little fucked up. That was from trying to make an 86 Stinger. And I tried to take his head off. It doesn't really matter. I think these two look really good together. Here he is with Commander Class Motormaster, which I don't mind this scaling for robot mode. I feel like Optimus should be taller, being the leader of the Autobots. And also, Motormaster does not use his mass very well. His mass is all right there. Meanwhile, Optimus's mass is everywhere. Yeah, so I don't mind that. Here he is with NBK Scavenger. As you can see, I think the scale works for robot mode, at least. Alright, now we're into the Optimus comparisons. Here he is with G1 Toy Optimus. Which, I just love that I can make this little comparison. Here he is with Devastation Optimus. And yeah, no contest as to which one is better. Don't get me wrong, I love this guy. He is, still really cool, really nice, really fun to mess with. But it ain't no contest as to which one is better. Even with the knockoff thing, oddities that this guy has. And another no contest thing, Earthrise, which I did not realize how loose this figure had become before picking it up to take some photos of him. And yeah, again, no contest. Absolutely no contest. And just for shits and grins, since I have all the pieces out here, here he is with Menasor. Which means you can also visualize how he's going to scale with 86 Devastator. Because, you know, Devastator's going to be basically the same size as Motormaster. And another just for shits and grins, here he is with NBK Gravity Builder. Missing his arm because I didn't feel like transforming Scavenger yet. Because I also need to go to the bathroom during that pause. But yeah. And if you have the, you know, Megatron from the 86 Seeker reissues, the G1 toys painted to look like their cartoon selves, you can, in fact, get him to hold it. Takes a little bit of doing, but you know. So yeah, if you're disappointed with the gun that's coming with 86 Megatron, there you go. And one thing I forgot to mention is you're gonna get to see me fiddle with trying to take the Matrix out of his chest now. One thing is there we go. Because of the butterfly joints and the opening hands, it takes a little bit of doing, but he can hold the Matrix with, you know, his fingers. Yeah, he can hold the Matrix, so he can light our darkest hour. And that leads to, like, my biggest complaint, and is that the Matrix is too small. It is just too small. But when that is my biggest complaint, you know this figure's not bad. If, again, the size of the Matrix is the biggest complaint. And how hard it is to get out of his fucking chest. But yeah, this, I love this thing. I am sorry for ever doubting you, 86 Prime. And I really want the Nemesis variant. The Nemesis paint deco that the company that made this knockoff put out. The Magnus, I can take or leave. The Shattered Glass one is a definite maybe, but yeah. The Nemesis is, I really, really want. But yeah, so that has been my review of the Iron General, I think that's what this guy's knockoff name is. But we all know, Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. Do I recommend this figure? Fuck yes. Even if you get the, you know, cheapest version like I did that only comes with the essentials. What I consider to be the essentials. There's like a $60 version that comes with, you know, all this, the trailer, a Megatron arm to recreate Skybound, Starscream's wings, intakes, and head to recreate that one episode of G1 where Starscream's cosplaying Optimus to make it look like the Autobots were evil. It comes with a filler piece for the back of the truck mode, and all of that, including extra windows. So if you want a cel-shaded look on the windows, you can have that. He also comes with an actual Megatron gun for you to wield, not, you know, this little, one. Or whatever we're gonna get with the 86 one. So, yeah. Like I said, there's also, you know, a Nemesis redeco, Shattered Glass redeco, a White Cab Ultra Magnus redeco. Really, if there's an Optimus Prime deco out there, there is a knockoff of this guy to suit your fancy. One thing I think I forgot to show off during the articulation segment, the smokestacks do rotate to accommodate posing. This one's a lot looser, so they do rotate to accommodate posing, or if you want to flamethrower like Transformers 1, you can. But yeah, I highly recommend this guy. Even if you're, you know, an Earthrise purist, I still think you're going to get a lot of fun out of this guy. It's only a matter of time until some company upscales him to masterpiece size, and you can replace the MP44 with him. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, that has been my big video. I'm hoping next week there will be another big video, but, you know, maybe not, who knows. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.